Hi, my name is Peyton Smith, and I'm from Oak Ridge Church of Christ, and I'm going to ask you, how does God talk to us today? How does He talk to us today? There are many situations in the Bible where God talks to people directly, like Mary, like Abraham, like Jacob in a dream, and then Moses through the burning bush. That got me thinking, what if God actually talked to us today? How would He do it? Wouldn't that be awesome to hear directly from God like people did in the Old Testament? I mean, today we have Twitter, we have Facebook, and we have cell phones. Back in the day, they had papyrus and paint to write to each other's notes. So knowing these different ways of communicating, what would it be like if God used the same popular apps that we teenagers use today? So I came up with a few examples of what it might have been like at different time of Moses' life. For example, what would Moses have tweeted when his sister put him in the Nile? At the original G. Nothing like tubing down the Nile solo, but first, let me take a selfie. Hashtag Gatorbait, hashtag hoo-ha-ha. What was God's response? At the basket case, I've prepared a place for you. Hashtag palace life. Or what about the Israelites when they were crying out to God? At the original G, TBH, to be honest, for you old people. Egypt isn't what it seems. Hashtag missing Joseph. At God's peeps, I hear you, and I am sending someone to deliver you. Hashtag from the water. Which led to, at the original G, who is this Moses? He's just making things worse. Hashtag 2 times the work, and hashtag we don't want him. God's response, at God's peeps, get your socks and shoes on, it's time to go. If you can imagine if God used all of our favorite apps to communicate with us today, I mean, how cool would it be to follow God on Twitter? I mean, what would He say? At my people, great day today. Some of my kids came home. Would He snap pictures of people who just put on Christ in baptism? Or would He take a selfie of Himself with Jesus, saying, hey, me and Jesus, me and my son making your mansion? Or what happens, would He text us when we get down? I mean, would He say, when I have a bad week at school, or if my girlfriend dumped me, would He text me, hey Peyton, I have your back. Thumbs up, smiley face, wink, wink. Or when I fall down, or when I'm deep in sin, would He share a picture of Jesus on the cross that says, you are forgiven? I know these things might sound silly and far-fetched, but TBH, God absolutely uses these things today. We just have to listen. In fact, I follow God's blog on my phone. It's my Bible app. God speaks to us every day through the good people we surround ourselves with, like our parents, our friends, people at church, and our youth ministers. He also speaks to us through the Holy Spirit, the quiet, still voice that is always there if we are just willing to listen. Yes, today we are bounded with media and messages 24/7, but if we can discipline ourselves to cancel out all that noise, we can hear God calling us out from all of those different places. So if we ask ourselves, who am I following on Twitter? Who are my friends on Instagram? Are they messengers of God, or are they just the static of this world? Are you following at the original G? Have you accepted his friend request? Because if you haven't, it's still waiting for you. He won't send you any inappropriate messages, block you. He won't unfriend you or delete you from his contacts once you decide to follow him. So ask yourselves, how is God calling me out today? Oh, sorry, I forgot to turn off my phone. Oh, look, at the original G just tweeted me. It says, don't forget to tell them about my son, and tell them to be confident when I call them out. If God sent you a text message right now, what would He say? What is He calling you to do?